ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel again. It's me, of course, Sugi, the Moba expert here, and it's been a couple of weeks since the last video, but now we're back. And today, we're gonna be talking about an upcoming Moba game called Genesis. And Genesis is the new name for the game. It was previously known as Armageddon, which I did indeed do a video about, but back then I didn't get to play the game. And now the name has changed and we have a bit more information about it, and I had the chance to play it on the Chinese servers. So the game right now is downloadable and it is accessible long as you have a controller. So it doesn't work with a mouse and keyboard, so my assumption is that the game is going to be indeed released on both PS4 and also on PC, but you can only play with a controller on PC, and obviously there will be workarounds through this. I believe you can get some app or something, but the game is actually rather smooth to play on the controller. I think they have, when I look at the keybinds and how you learn abilities and how you shop and everything, it seemed pretty fluent, even though I'd had this a massive ping. It had to be around 300 to 400, as you may eventually see from the footage. I had really hard time, like, even moving around. Like, something about the moving was really buggy, but when I was using abilities, those seemed to be responding a lot differently and a lot faster. And what can I tell you about the game? So there isn't a lot of options to increase the graphics or anything inside the game, and I guess this is because it will be having a very similar version of the PS4 and also PC. And the graphics are decent. I would hope that there would be options to make them a bit higher on the PC version. I think the models and the designs are pretty cool. As for the map, it seems incredibly similar to the Dota map. So there are a lot of like placements of the towers and the river and everything like that. Seems very Dota-ish. It's not like 100% the same copy. There are some clear differences on the map. For one, it's actually seeming to be 100% symmetrical. So in the Dota map, obviously you have the Roshan, but on the other side of that same spot, there's nothing there. I mean, there's a secret shop or something. So it's not the same type of area there, but in this map, there's also some type of like a boss monster in both of the corners or on the middle of the map on this sort of a river, which is like this giant hologram apparently. And in terms of the style, it seems to be a lot of like technology and like fantasy like mixed together. I think that is something that it will distinguish itself a bit differently from League and Dota, because those are fantasy ones, and we obviously had sci-fi MOBAs before. We had one called Supernova that didn't do really well. I mean, it was a bit different because it had some strategy elements on it. It wasn't a really fun game though. This one I could see definitely being a lot more fun to play. I think the item system seems pretty like normal and easy. It's more akin to the League one than it's Dota one, which is really good because you don't wanna. I think always one of the biggest problems with Dota was the item system and how you couldn't like hold recipes and everything like that. And that was a fundamental problem that only existed because of Warcraft 3 engine, you know. So they never got it to removed, and probably never acknowledged the fact that this item system is actually fucking bad. And as for the other aspects, there are around like, I want to say 27 heroes or something. I mean, there's a good chunk of them. There's a lot of skins inside the game, and like akin to a lot of Asian games, there seems to be also a daily login bonus and some other rewards, and there's obviously 2 currencies. Obviously I don't know anything about the numbers, how much they cost, and what is the price of the skin in like a real dollar value. And the game itself is in Chinese, okay? But the actual, like, voice actors in the game are all in English. And some of the names and numbers and stuff like that are also in English. So it's a kind of like a weird mix of the thing. And this is obviously the beta client, and I don't know if there's even a full Chinese client available. And then there's like a tutorial that you get thrown into at the beginning of the game when you start it, and etc. And as for the game, so what is the potential here? Is it gonna be, so I heard from some sources that it's gonna be published by Epic Games. I'm not, or was it Bethesda? That's gonna be a very interesting mix. If it will be on Steam, I've said this a million times, if you don't go on Steam, you're likely gonna be, you know, pretty much dead on the water, because you need to grow that player base. Obviously, in this game, unlike in Smite, for example, the crossplay is real, and you can merge the PS4 servers with PC, because the games, everybody's using a controller, so it doesn't really matter if you're playing against somebody on PC or PS4. I'm not sure if they're going to be Xbox One server, but anyhow, that's one of the perks of this game. I don't know about Paragon. Was that actually like split between the PS4 and the PC audience? But in this game, I think that could be like a saving grace. But I still think that they have to be hooking up to some major platform in order to like compete with the other MOBAs to grow up. And it seems to be so hard audience to be captured, to be honest. I think this game has it. I just want to have to play it, you know, on actual like real good ping and real English version. I probably would like to have more customization options on PC. Never probably when I would play on PS4, because you gotta buy PlayStation Plus, yeah, to play it online. That's the most fucking scam system ever, to play for internet. You're paying for the internet itself, and then you're paying to get to play on internet. That's so bad. I think that's so backwards thinking on gaming industry, to be honest. But not much else to add here, because as I said, the ping was so horrible that it was really hard to play anything. But it seemed to be, because in the tutorial you had a decent ping, the controls and everything like that seemed pretty decent actually. So there are some good aspects to the game. I just don't know. Well, as I keep repeating myself, we have to see. Do I know when the game is gonna be released on the West? I have no idea. There's very little information about the game. What I know about it right now is, used to be Armageddon, now it's called Genesis. It is done by a Korean studio, to my understanding. I think that is the case. And now it's in China for alpha test. So everything that you see here right now is alpha or beta. It's not finished product. But I don't expect it to be like significantly different from release. But stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be, you know, on the loop on new news regarding Genesis and other MOBA games that are coming out. And we will see you guys next time. Cheers.